I don't have right access to this talk. Can you give me access?
Yeah, I can.
It's not that second.
Well, one, I'll just accept your things, but if you just put your email somewhere, I don't think I can get it from your comment, but then I can share it with you guys.
Yeah, my Gmail.
Attending. You can send it to me however you want, and I'll get you guys added. Welcome everyone to another Agent Gateway community meeting. We have a few items, but nothing. If you have anything else, like, feel free to add it. We can go in order. While we're getting our names in there and some agenda items. Yeah, Carlos, what's up?
No, just like as a standing thing, like just we can have like review the roadmap of always, right?
Oh yeah,
at the end if there's time, but other than that, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I just want to also go over a recent announcement that this week we donated the Agent Gateway project to the Linux Foundation. So that's big news this week. Lynn is gone giving the keynote at I don't know what conference, Open Source Summit or AI Summit, one of those, maybe both of those, announcing that and whatnot. So that's good news, I think. Overall, like, it doesn't change anything on the day-to-day too much right now, but it does mean, you know, we're in a neutral foundation, so hopefully that will you know, start more contributions, etc., get us into more marketing situations, all those sorts of things. So we have like a charter and whatnot about like what that means now that we're have like a more open contribution model that has a PR app, not quite merged, but basically standard open source stuff. Yeah, it's nothing crazy. I think we pretty much just copied it from standard template, normal stuff, you know.
Well, Linux from the Linux Foundation or from CNCF? I'm guessing Linux Foundation.
Yeah, it's fairly similar. Like, I think CNCF is slightly more strict about like,
yeah,
you must
that's
have
what that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this you know, the high level is basically if you contribute, then anyone can contribute. If you contribute enough and you're kind of a contributor, then you can be made a project maintainer. And then there's at the top level a technical steering committee that kind of overseeing on the company. So
yeah, I have not a lot of experience. I more have more experience with ASF and CNCF than Linux Foundation. So I'll be learning. But
steering, same with us. In general, though, you just make the rule. They let you make the rules for your own project.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask, like, if they have strict rules of selecting steering, or not.
So right now, I believe again it's internal to the project. Right now, the steering committee is right, John. It's me, you, and Yuval.
Yeah. So I don't know how all other projects work, but like at Easter, there's a technical oversight committee and then a steering committee, kind of a split. There's no split right now in this project. It's just one. I think it's called the technical steering committee. Actually, so it's like both in one. We do have the ability to change the charter moving forward. Like right now, we just have one.
Yeah, I like the split based on my experience with other CNCF projects. Like folks are not technical or not coding. They're great project managers. They can be in steering, right? For example, that's just one example.
Yeah. So for what it's worth, there's a bit at the end of the charter that basically says that if we decide we want to change the charter, we can. So like nothing is locked in stone. It'll be a living document.
Okay. Cool. And who approves this? The initial members?
The initial members on the charter is the initial maintainers who were me, Eitan, and Yuval. So
cool. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Now your job is to grow this community. You have a responsibility more than being steering, convincing people. Yes.
Yeah, I also noticed we got a few new faces in here. You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you want to say hi, share what your interest is in Agent Gateway, what you're planning to do, anything, we'd love to hear. Hey, Thomas?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, folks. My name is Thomas. I work on the data platform at Apple, and we are exploring looking at the Agent Gateway to deploy agents and manage the MCP service within our data platform. Thanks, folks.
Awesome. Welcome. Nice to meet you. All right. If no one else, then I think the only thing left is to review the roadmap, unless there's anything else anyone wants to bring up. We do have some open questions at the top, but I don't know who asked these, so I don't know if they're here to discuss them.
Yeah, I had one. I think I brought it up before, and also to Christian post that on the agent discovery. I think that maybe that was me on like.
Okay.
And I think Istio was working on something, but if it's not ready, it's not. That's okay. We can discuss it when Istio not solo on the network DNS discovery of A2A. This is more A2A protocol to discover agents.
Yeah. Do you know more of the state on that, Eitan, or no?
I think, I mean, what I know is like it is something we're interested in, but I think we're like right now, we have a lot of irons in the fire. So I don't know that anyone is working on it in this exact second, but it is something we have ideas around. So no new updates is basically my update is no update.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, the only thing I heard was like something based similar as like a registry or a DNS registry, like that type of thing, discovery.
Yeah,
of these, agents. But other than that, I don't have any info. But we can wait for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
one thing I will
More
say is
requirements.
this registry stuff, most of it will probably be outside of Agent Gateway. I mean, if there is a
Hopefully,
registry, I think we might need to
yes.
integrate with it, but yeah.
It was just a gap that I identified when I was doing
Yep.
A2A. Like, how do I find the agent cards other than putting in a JSON file or array?
Yeah, definitely makes sense. Let's see. Next question was A2A gateway in front, or agent gateway in front of multiple A2A servers. Not sure if someone's on the call to ask this, but this should work. We can
Multiple
do
what?
multiple A2A servers, like serving multiple different agents or in front of the agent gateway. This should work. We can.
Yeah,
put the
we're talking
docs.
about the same concept of MCP multiplexing to do A2A multiplexing. I don't think so, right?
Yeah, so we don't do like any like sort of magic multiplexing like that, because it's kind of what agent
Standard from
like we're not, you have to, that's like a decision by the client still, but you can still expose multiple in one agent gateway just on different paths or different headers or routing to them like normal backends. So
normal proxy, the baseline, right, of proxying that the agent gateway has.
So A2A does have different RPCs though. Like you can get like push notifications and things like that. So I don't think they'd be multiplexing, but there are different the same way that MCP has different RBAC, right? Like you can do RBAC for tools and things. We could expose, basically it's the same, same thing. It's just RPC based RBAC.
Okay.
yeah, it's just something that it's like more it's almost more like the LM guardrail stuff, because like the call tool, like there's no call tool that's like a structured thing, right? It's just like start this.
Well, no, but there's
It's tasks
there's like
and queues, right?
and cancel. There's get task, there's cancel task.
It's managing
So,
of tasks.
Yeah, exactly. So you may be able to run, but you may not be able to get historical tasks, right? Things like that. Because there's no there's a bunch of different like RPCs that do different things.
Okay, yeah, there's definitely A2A definitely has a room to expand on our capabilities there for sure. I'm less familiar with.
Yeah, I haven't got that deep into the other than tasks and queues flowing around, right? And then the secret one is interesting. What does that mean? Any plans to manage secrets by agent gateway? In what respect?
Yeah, it's definitely, I don't know of any gaps currently without more context here, so I don't know who wrote this, but if there's
At least
more than what we have now.
Kate Gateway has the capability, right? In Kate Gateway, you can specify how you want to authenticate to the backends, right? If they need. secret or API key and things like that?
Yeah, so I mean, for various things that are secret, whether it's certificate private keys or API keys or whatever, we can load those from environment variable files. And then for XDS, Kgateway will send them from secrets, Kubernetes secrets, that is. So to me, if you just ask me to go manage secrets by agentgateway, that's what I would say would do. But if there's more requests beyond that, I think just let us know.
Yeah, environment variables, right, will be the normal way of doing it. Like you have a target, load an environment variable that gets passed. I don't know. I have to
we
think about
support
like,
that
what
in
does
the
that mean.
config file, expanding environment variables. So,
or if
Yeah,
you need a API key in authorization header to your backend, that doesn't make sense with MCP on A2A. Just thinking out loud.
Yeah, I think in general, Agent Gateway should be really good at, network stuff. Like there's a lot of good secret management platforms that can get the secrets into ours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And it's just because I'm not another header or following the protocols of MCP. Yeah. I don't think there's secrets. But yeah, if the person is that asks that question, it'd be good to understand the point of view, what that meant. And I think I added the semantic search, but idea that I saw in another gateway that I found interesting, like semantic search to be able to find which tool to use that are available, right? That's something that is provided by a cloud vendor.
Yeah, I've seen that as well from other tools. I was curious how well it works. Like the concept seems nice. I don't know if there's any data that you have or that we could find or test ourselves maybe on the effectiveness of it, and just in terms of like how well the LLM can actually use it, right?
Yeah.
But like also, what's the use case, right? Like the LM is already doing not semantic, but it's already picking tools. Is the use case that you like what's the actual use case there?
So maybe you have a lot of tools, right?
Yeah, you don't want to expose all the tools.
So it's like a pre-filtering layer. Like
yeah, I think so. I can take the to do like research. I'm new to this agent core, this piece of the semantic search. I've been doing work with Agent Gateway in this cloud provider, and I just saw the feature, so I can take the to do to like take a look at what it means, right? And if it means anything for Agent Gateway or not. But I can just explain and maybe show a use case. If that make any sense on what will be the benefit.
Sure.
But it's the same thing as around like some people not related to semantic search, but in the people want to have a portal where they search which tools are available that are configuring the gateway, right? Like maybe that's a UI thing or something. Like a catalog of like have like weather MCP, and I have like flood information and hurricane information. Like you have different MCP kind of like UX, but that might be more a UI UX type of thing and not searching semantically for the API.
Yeah,
but yeah, I just brought the reference so people can read on it, right? See if they find something useful.
Sri, you have a hand?
Yeah, I guess I wanted to riff on that. I guess maybe along the lines, maybe we could think of this as more of a dynamic tool selection where you have some tool selection based on tags or something, because ultimately the LLM, you're binding tools and then it uses that in the context. So if you can do it post binding, right, during when you are providing the tool context, maybe the agent composition can be done with some dynamism, like the gateway can have an API say that you can pass attributes. Maybe that is like semantic search, but it could be like tags or other attributes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's some room as well, like on the MCP side. Like we have like two split paths, like the LM side and the MCP side. And I think there's potentially areas where we want to mess with MCP things on the LM requests themselves. Like one example, with like OpenAI, for example, you can have them call a remote MCP server. And if you want to call an MCP server, like it's a nice UX because you don't have to worry about anything. You say, hey, just call the GitHub MCP server. But then if you can only call the GitHub MCP server from, your own internal network, like it's not going to work. You're not going to let OpenAI call your network.
Yep.
So I was thinking we could and maybe like do something fancy, like see that and then resolve that ourselves and actually make the tool call from Agent Gateway itself. And we already know obviously how to reach the MCP servers because we're already hooked up with all of them. That would be fairly complicated, but it could be something interesting as like a really like fancy, nice
Like
UI.
grabbing, like you're describing, like grabbing the tool use payload that comes back, and then like instead of like giving to the agent, I'm going to execute it, trusted that that's the right answer.
Yeah.
I
don't know if it's a
call
good
it
idea.
putting it's called putting the agent in Agent Gateway. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we configure more YAML, and then until I build an agent with YAML in the Agent Gateway config. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good idea. It's just an idea I had. So something somewhat similar on the what we mentioned.
I think it's in it. I also just want to like mention, I think it could be cool because like then you don't need to give your agents access to your tools. You can do all of your RBAC from your agent. So, or sorry, from your gateway.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know if it'll be top priority, but yeah, interesting.
Yeah, next question we got here, I think it's from Thomas about transformation and transformation cell. So basically the transformation broadly is just a nice extensible way to modify headers and bodies and stuff. In K Gateway, how this is done is with Jinja templates. Well, actually, technically this library called Mini Jinja, which is a C library that's similar to the Python Jinja library. That's what the original transformation was. So that's trying to take that and port it over to Rust. I found that I did not really like the flexibility that it gave us in terms of implementation. So we had done an initial implementation of this, but it's not hooked up. I don't think it's usable at all. And later we started using Cell a lot more extensively in the project, like all over the place. And so we ended up implementing the transformation based on Cell. So this one is dead code. Basically, we should probably remove it at this point.
With that file, okay.
Yeah, transformation is the new transformation cell is what, if you actually go configure like the transformation filter will be used.
What type of transformation are available? Are these in the docs? I know.
Yeah, so we also actually we revamped the docs quite a bit in the last week as well. So we have a documentation of every filter we do has documentation now. So you can look at transformation example can be found here. Let me share this tab. So you can do like request headers. You can like add, and these are all expressions. So here I call the random variable. You can manipulate the body, so you can do more advanced stuff like conditional things like that. You can do
what is supported? What is the extensive list of things supported?
Yeah, so these are all cell expressions. We have this reference page here of all the things you have access to. So this is like request information, jot information, info about the LM call, like the model, input, output tokens, etc.
So the JWT, for example, is not documented what's inside, or no? Wait,
it's not. Well, it's just the claims. So if it's anything that's in the claim, so it's a map of opaque JSON.
But I think there's more stuff in that jot.
There is, but you can do, but it's a map, so we don't know what values are in it, right?
I see. So it's representation of the dictionary. Okay.
Yeah, but like when you actually reference it, like you'll probably have like a sub key or whatever, so you can do things like jot.sub, right?
Yeah, there's a few that are standard. I thought they were like hard coded, but it just happens to be whatever.
There might be some that are hard required. I'd have to look.
There are two. There are, I think it's 2, like issuer and sub. I think it's like, it's way less than you would think. They're only like,
Oh, okay. I thought it was like it's okay. Maybe
Yeah.
we should document that, right? That those are like required.
Yep, that'd be good. Yeah, there's also all these functions that you can access to. We can add more as well. So
A lot of networking functions, like say Cedar math.
no, everything is it's like stateless. No network calls or like reading files or anything right now. We could
Well,
in theory.
I mean, like I was saying, like get me the subnet /19 or something like that, or like cider math kind of thing, like we did in Kubernetes.
No, we don't have that. So the cell we don't have that, but we could. Basically in cell, there's all these extension libraries, and the cell Rust project is working to go port those all over. So I was going to go do them, but then I saw they were doing it, so I figured we.
Oh, wait a minute, this is not Go, right? I mean, I'm familiar with the Go cell implementation from the upstream Go. Did they have a equivalent Rust also?
Yeah, there's another Rust project that is like the same language, most of the same functions, but different implementation, obviously.
Oh, same project members, like maintain.
No, it's not officially. It's not a part of the official like Google project, but a separate project. But it's a pretty good project. Has contributions from Microsoft, Red Hat. I started contributing a few changes as well after using it, so it's pretty good. Hey, got a hand.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Ratnapam. I'm a senior architect with AWS. Hi Carlos, nice to see you. And I see Sri also. So yeah, nice to see you, Sri. I see some familiar faces. So I have been experimenting with this gateway project, and we also have a conversation with Lynn parallelly. So my question is that I see that I mean the gateway is a place for implementing the authorization, right? So do you intend to support any specific web server like Keycloak or Okta, or like is that a layer that would sit behind the gateway? Because my understanding is that gateway will have some pluggable features to connect to these different web servers, right?
Yeah, so what we have found is that there's like the MCP spec on how OAuth should work, and then there's the reality, which is that like no IDP really can implement it. And so we've started to add is kind of, I mean, it depends on what exactly you want to do and which IDP. There's different approaches. So we have this MCP authentication filter. And like at the most basic level, it's just like pass-through mode, which just sends a request through. That's fine. That's normal. We can also serve like the resource metadata ourselves from there. And then at the most advanced level, if we know the IDP, then we can do tricks to kind of make up for the gaps that they have in terms of compliance with the protocol specification. So right now we have an Auth0 and Keycloak support.
Okay.
Like Keycloak, I forget, like it supports dynamic registration, but it doesn't support like resource metadata or something. So we just like fudge the resource metadata to make it work. I'd have to look on the docs if you go to the MCP authentication page.
Can you show where this Okta? I think that security under what MCP authentication?
Yeah, I sent a link on the
There's
Google
more stuff.
chat.
I mean, there's more stuff in the docs I need to read. There's new stuff.
Yeah, we went through and did a big docs rehaul because the docs were severely lacking a week ago. So hopefully it's better now.
To handle DCR, you mean like the proxy will handle the DCR flow, or like a machine-to-machine getting a new token, which so
it's not like the most advanced level would be like we do a dynamic registration and like we store these like client IDs and like we are a full IDP basically. We're not doing that, but we're like one step short of that. So we like proxy everything through us, and then we like fill in the gaps for them.
I see. I don't see Okta here.
We have Auth0 and Keycloak.
In the docs?
I don't know. The doc doesn't seem to document auth0, but it just documents key cloak. So maybe we have to ramp up the docs for the two.
In which page? Backend authentication? I'm trying to.
No, it's in the MCP authentication. There's just key cloak.
Okay, for example, key cloak. Okay. Yeah, that's a canonical example, right, for us to do hello worlds and examples of the project.
It's definitely one of the most complicated things of Agent Gateway or MCP in general. So feedback here is definitely welcome. We're about wrapped up. I just want to quickly answer the last question we got about link views or other tracing stuff. We actually do sort of integrate with these. So we support pretty rich customizations of traces using Cell again, which lets us output traces that are matching what these providers use. So I had done some examples with what's it called, trace loop and link views, and both of those I got working. So I think we just need to document it. Maybe we want to add like more first class support so you don't have to manually configure it all, but it's definitely at least possible today. And if anyone gets another provider working, then that would be awesome to document how you did it. It's generally not so hard, but most of these providers don't actually document what they expect a trace to look like. They all just say like, oh, we support open telemetry, and they're all completely different in terms of what they expect. So yeah, Eitan.
Well, I was gonna say one. Are they using like the Gen AI semantic, or are they using like little special tweaks of it?
Well, there's like which version of the Gen AI semantic, and some of them use special tweaks, and some
Which
use old
version
ones,
of
and some
it?
use
I
the
didn't
new
know it
one.
was multiple versions.
Yeah, they've changed it, and it's like they went from spans to logs as well. None of them are supporting the log stuff yet. So
Yeah, I wonder if it would be.
Package
Yeah,
log?
it might be worth having at some point like you know how Envoy, not to bring up, but like how they have Zipkin and whatever. Like we could have like a lang fuse option. Or
yeah,
something.
no, I think it might be useful to have more built in, and it would be easy to implement. It's just like an alias really for manually configuring yourself. Yeah, all right, that's I think everything. I think we're wrapped up on time as well. So thanks everyone for coming. If you have anything you want to discuss, feel free to put on the future topics or drop it in the Discord or anything, and we'll see you all next week.
Thanks.